Welcome back into the Shoujo-Verse. Today I'm your host Sho-chan, and with me I have Samosa, and here we're going to be talking about Horimiya episodes 8 to 9. So we're just going to get diving right into episode 8. So, in episode 8, it looks like we had a bit of like a bit of a different focus than the usual Horimiya couple. Instead, we had a focus on more of our side characters like Sengoku and Sakura, and even Yuki and Yanagi, which is pretty cool to see. But what I want to comment on before all of that is like, I don't know, Samosa, have you been keeping up with the opening by any
Did it
chance?
change?
Okay. Like the song didn't change, but the graphics did. I thought that was a really cool, deliberate technique that they did.
Did
For
they
like,
really? I didn't notice. I skipped through the
oh my god,
opening.
dude, people who skip through openings and endings.
No, I usually stick through it if I like the song enough, but this one didn't really do it for me, so I was skipping.
Oh my god, imagine being the animators who took the time to make the openings and endings.
I like the ending. I usually watch that one. I didn't.
Justifying yourself like,
They didn't change the ending, I'm pretty sure. Did
yeah,
they?
I don't think so. I know for sure the graphics for the opening changed, and it's not that the song was changed, it's just the graphics, but it was like a cool sort of technique in which like earlier we see Miyamura and like all these past episodes, if anything, this focuses more on Miyamura, but kind of their sadness. Like Horimiya, they're both of their sadness actually, but then the opening, like I think this actually changed for quite some time. Like it was there, but I just noticed it because that's how oblivious I am. And like it's like it was happy and like it's with his whole friend group and he's not sad. He's actually smiling. And I was just like, "Oh, that's cute."
Oh, it looks like they're doing like they're having fireworks together and stuff, right?
Yeah. You checking it out right now? Me
Yeah.
too, dude.
Jituki. Wait, I'm gonna watch this at 2 times speed just to see, just to
Oh my
experience
god.
it. Okay,
The live experience of watching it at the
at two
same time.
times
I wouldn't
speed.
care about the audio.
See, but they had
Oh
like
my god, two
the
times speed.
beginning 10 like 2 seconds is the same as it was before, like the same colors. So like, why would I pay
Yeah,
attention enough to stick through the end?
because like the animators take time to make these for like they do this for the opening, man.
I don't really notice that much of a difference compared to the original opening. They still have like that box thing where he's like
It's
floating in it, and he's still like depressed and looking at the box. Oh, now he has short hair. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so
see? That's
it's
what I'm
just that
saying.
it's just like the last 5 seconds that's
20
different.
seconds.
Yeah,
I still think it's pretty good that they did that. I like
yeah,
it.
I like it. Like make him more happy and have them all experiencing um school
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
What does it say? Leaving you at that at the. It just says at leaving you at that. I guess that's. I think that's what it says. Like in the background with the
Yeah.
on the white on the green chalkboard. Do they still have chalkboards in any place?
I mean, at least from the pictures of Japanese classrooms I see, yeah. At least in the live actions, yeah. My perception.
One thing I found interesting with Horimiya is like if you compare it to the manga, all their outfits are like so updated, like to match like current fashion trends,
Mm.
which I thought was pretty cool. They took the time to figure out like what kids are wearing nowadays instead of just like copying pasting from the
Mm.
manga.
I didn't I literally have zero brain cells because I didn't even notice that. But yeah, that's a good point.
Anyways, let's go to episode 8. Let's
Yeah.
discuss it. Do you want to summarize it really fast?
Yeah, sure. So basically, we have, like I said, it feels like there's a focus more on like the side ships, like Sengoku and Sakura, and then Yuki and Yanagi. And like, really, I would say this isn't a strictly Horimiya episode, even though there were some moments. I feel like the focus was instead about Sengoku Sakura, how they got their relationship going, and then Yuki, we see her feelings for Toru's the last day, and at the same time, Yanagi coming in and being like, "Oh, but I like Yuki," and it's just like gets kind of complicated there too. So. That's what I paid attention to actually. That's what I took notes of at least. I feel like there was nothing else that happened this episode. What did you think?
I agree. It was just focusing on like this side
Yeah.
characters.
You know, funny thing is when it started, I'm just like, this is so like my sister and I were both watching it, and she was just like, Sengoku is so boring. She was just like, dude, why is he? Why are we all of a sudden talking about him out of nowhere? Like this is literally making no sense. And I thought that was, I thought the same at first too, but then like their past story was actually kind of cute, so it felt wholesome.
I feel so bad for him. Like he just got bullied by Hori his entire life.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't know they were dating though. I was kind of confused by that
I
part.
think it was Remy was her name actually.
Since I thought it was just no, Sakura's the other girl, Remy's the one
Oh
with the
crap, I messed up
ponytails.
for the past recording. That's
Um
fine. It's Remy. You guys will call me out for it.
it's okay. But I didn't know they were dating. I don't know. I thought it was just Remy, like those two just liking each other but not really like admitting it since I don't see them like doing love. Do you see them holding hands or anything?
I feel like,
It was just like Remy messing with if I'm remembering it right.
I'm not going to refer to my memory of the manga just because I feel like I clearly don't remember stuff. With this, so for example, you brought
Mhm.
up the outfit change. I didn't notice that. So I'm just going to be focusing on like just the anime itself, honestly, for myself at least.
It's fine.
But yeah,
That's what the people are here for.
true. I feel like definitely like it did feel a little bit unusual in the earlier episodes. You're like, wait, they're a relationship? Oh yeah, huh? And now you're finding out about like the story behind their relationship, so I see like how it's a little bit unusual.
Mhm. It was so cute. Like she gives him like little book to read, and he like
Aw.
comes back crying from reading it.
Dude, I thought that was such a cute, like that's so cute. Like literally I don't know, I'm just like I'm such a sucker for that. But like they were like
I'm glad he was able to escape Hori and find love.
I like how you're fixated on Hori being a terrible character where I'm just like, oh, like sharing books with each other. That's cute. Or that she like wore pigtails and was and then he said like they're cute or something, and I'm just like, oh, this is so typical shoujo, but like I still like that. It doesn't kill every time.
I would be happy with a story just about them. Like he's a little boring, but like he's like a studios type. Are studios types ever like
Hmm.
exciting?
I mean,
No.
like, dude, I loved like Tona, like My Little Monster. We have the girl being the studious one, and like it was really cute. So yeah, I agree with you. I feel like Sengoku and Remy could take their own sort of like could have their own manga. Why not a spin-off?
hmm
Just them in their pure moments of book sharing.
Yeah.
I also really love the blushies for Sengoku. Every time.
Yes, when they're blushing, they're so
Yes.
cute. We also saw Yuki getting confessed by
Yes.
Yanagi, the guy who is very blind. I don't understand that. Like, or his does he like he's obviously not wearing glasses, or his contacts just like
Or is he
that
even wearing
bad, that
contacts?
unupdated.
He just doesn't.
Well, why did he make that
I mean,
choice?
my youngest sister, she's kind of like, she thinks that she doesn't need glasses, but I,
Oh, my dad's the same way. He doesn't wear glasses unless he has to take like an eye exam for like driver's license or
I
something
think
like
it's that with
that.
Youngie. I mean, he's an Ikiban, come on. He's like, he, he's hecka cute. Like, I'm just like, dude, when Yuki was like, I felt bad. Yeah,
Why do you
like
like me?
why? I get that. Like Yuki was just like, why? I feel like this is super random. But I love that part where he was just like, well, I wasn't blind, when I saw you. I wasn't choosing Hori-san. I was literally asking about you.
Yeah, it was so cute.
Yeah, and like,
Uh,
mhm.
Toru though. Toru was like, why aren't you saying yes to this
I felt
guy?
like Tori was like, I have
So
no right to even be here. Miyamura was the hot one. Now it's not even that. It's Yanagi dethroning Miyamura.
oh, I kind of feel bad for Toru. He was like, I'm just like your average schmuck in a group of hot people.
Poor Toru, but no, like I don't know. I felt bad for Yuki actually for like Toru being like, yeah, we'll be in some fake partnership, and then she's like, but I actually like you, but that she doesn't say that obviously. So it's like, poor Yuki for being torn.
I don't know if you remember, but in the manga, Yuki had a crush on Miyamura without glasses.
Yeah, didn't they do
Do
something? They
you?
kind of tried
Yeah.
to do that, I feel like.
No, 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 they didn't. I don't remember them doing anything because remember in like the beginning
Yeah,
when he
yeah, that
like
was the
jumps
only
over to
moment,
get the
and that was
eggs.
supposed to
Yeah,
be the whole like. I would argue that is supposed to be that.
that's so that like that was supposed to be the spark for Yuki to fall in love with him, but they skipped that entire arc.
Rip speedrunning the Horimiya manga because it's already long enough.
Like I think if I'm remembering it right, she doesn't realize that those are the same people. Like that guy, Miyamura with the ponytail and Miyamura
Mm.
the nerd are the same people. She didn't realize that until like Miyamura cut his hair.
Oh,
Wait, this was that chap. When did he cut his hair? Last chapter, right? No, 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 not chapter.
yeah.
The last episode, right?
I
7 or
think
6?
it was one of those two. I mean, it's 6. Yes. Honestly, I don't remember that. I'm not gonna rely on my manga knowledge
Yeah.
because it's been way too long since I read this one.
No, that was pretty accurate to the manga.
Yeah.
Him cutting his hair and coming back.
Hmm.
Like, psych, look at me, I'm hot now. I felt so bad for him. Because he felt like he had to, like, make people, like, when all the rumors started, he felt like he had to cut his hair to make people not think of Hori in a weird way. Or, like,
Yeah.
not judge him.
Yeah, I feel kind of bad too. I think like the bullies in this whole series, I'm just like, you guys are just so mean. Like, what do
Like,
you
they're
have a
not, like,
problem
most of
with?
them are, like, not your tip, they're just normal people just talking.
Yeah.
Like, why gossip in front of the people you're talking about? You know what I mean?
Right. That's the thing I just don't understand here.
Like, they can hear you. Ugh,
Well,
so annoying.
yeah. Dude, like I was saying this in the last episode with Nikki, I'm just like, because that like last episode I remember talking about how it was like I think maybe what was it last episode? I don't. Yeah, maybe. Ooh, I don't even remember if it was last episode now. Yes, it was actually. Yes, it was episode 7. Sorry, like my memory's blank. Okay, episode 7. Like there was a Yuki and Sakura and Toru that love triangle basically, and that started. And I was like, I was talking about it. I want to actually hear your thoughts on this too. Toru's such a like such a friendly guy where I'm like, dude, why you gotta be so friendly to them? Like, uh, friendly characters like that.
I mean, some people are just like that. They're like they treat everybody the
Some people,
same, but they treat everyone to like
and then
nicely,
like,
like really really nicely to everybody. It's easy to get like a misunderstanding. I know people like this in real
yeah, and I'm
life
just like,
who are
uh, rip because I know there are so many people like Yuki or Sakura I've seen, and I'm just like, oh no. It'd be so much easier if Toru was just not
mhm.
likable, but he's actually likable too.
Or if there's just another guy for them to
Yeah,
like
right?
instead.
Come on, you're a high school romance. You can do that. Horimiya, come on.
I think Yanagi became a recurring character
He
in the
did.
manga, but it's been a hot minute since I've read it, so. But I remember him
He
coming
definitely
back.
came back. He was a recurring character. And also the green haired dude Shu, whatever his name is, like the cute looking one too, he also like stayed.
Yeah, he was there from he like in the manga, he's there
Yeah,
from the
and literally he
beginning.
gets pushed
And in
aside.
the anime, he's just not really there, which I'm kind of
Yeah,
upset
he's
about.
cute too.
I wish he had more moments since like just like Miyamura and his all his guy friends, they're all so nice to each other, and it's fun to like see their interactions. But I get there's only like what 13 episodes. We're almost to
Oh
the
my god.
end too.
Thank God. Anyways.
Since there's
Dude, you know it. We have to.
oh
Oh my
no.
gosh, we should also talk. We should remember to talk about this here, like about our thoughts and like talking about other people's thoughts in response to some of those thoughts.
I think our last episode should be like we hate Horimiya. That should be like
That
our
should be the
final
final.
title, just to get clickbait
Just make that as
views.
clickbait because so many people are raving about it, and even like really good YouTubers, any YouTubers I see, like I guess it's because I don't know. This is like a rude. I don't know if I should say this aloud on a podcast, but I feel like part of it is like we're all like shoujo fans, whereas a lot of these people don't read or watch shoujo, but they watch shonen-based romance.
And most shonen-based romance are harem. And this one is not a
Yeah,
harem, and I think most
yeah,
people don't really like harem, but since it's there, they just end up watching it.
yeah. But like, I feel like the ones who are hyping this up are the ones who watch harem or the shonen-based romances.
hmm Or like stuff where it like gets to the point really fast. And I mean, I really like how they got together, like in like what the first few episodes, which was nice. You
Hmm.
didn't have to have like there wasn't that much drama,
Definitely.
there wasn't like a love triangle. They were like, Kyosuke is like, yo, are you guys dating? And they're like, yeah.
Oh my God, Kyosuke. Yes.
And speaking of Kyosuke, I found out that the voice actor also voices Erwin from Attack on Titan, and
Susume
Sebastian.
Shinzo Sasageo.
Literally, imagine like there has to be edits of like Kyosuke is talking like saying something stupid, but Erwin's
Face
face.
on it. Oh my God, dude, that'd be
That would be so
legendary.
funny.
Oh my God.
He was also Sebastian from Black Butler, which is kind of iconic. Like this man's everywhere.
Great. So let's get going on to episode 9. Do you want to provide a brief summary of this one?
Sure. So we have Miyamura in this episode. It's kind of focusing on Miyamura and his bully, Tanihara.
Hmm.
Tanihara? Um,
Tanihara.
but basically, it's just Miyamura and Hori are just walking together in the beginning, and then they meet the Miyamura's old bully, Tanihara, who's also like friends with Miyamura's best friend. I forgot his name. But it's just but this entire episode was just talking about their relationship, Miyamura having more like coming to peace with his past, like of being bullied, and trying to like realize, oh, he's in a better place now compared to before.
Hmm.
Um, and it was a really nice episode. I think this was like my favorite out of all of them so far. It was like it wasn't weirdly paced or anything. It was kind of like it made sense.
Yeah.
There wasn't that much stuff jumping around like we saw in like some of the other episodes where like you would get like something like would be weirdly inserted and you were like why am I watching this part after this just happened. But yeah, and also Hori was like Hori wanted to get dominated in this entire episode by
Yeah.
Miyamura. That was
Yeah.
so funny.
Hmm.
And then people were like misunderstanding Miyamura, but even though Miyamura was just wanting to do what Hori wants.
Yeah. I think it's really funny to see their dynamic. I also think I agree with you. This was like actually one of my favorite episodes so far, just because of like for me it was kind of like Miyamura finding peace with himself with those who are really who caused problems with him in the past. And I just found that really wholesome and just kind of like a really refreshing take on talking about,
Mm-hmm.
past characters or like past middle school bullying. It always feels like in other high school manga, it's when that sort of stuff happens, then it has to be that you get back at them or you have to like prove your
Mm-hmm.
superiority somehow. But instead, he's just like making peace with himself, and I'm like, yo, I like
Mm-hmm.
Miyamura. He's so pure. What the heck?
He's so sweet.
I
Oh,
know. Miyamura is
I
so sweet.
feel so bad for him getting stuck with Hori.
Samosa, you just keep like dragging Hori through the mud. Oh my god.
She should work on her problems before getting into a relationship.
Oof. Okay, okay. Like, I know Hori's not the best character sometimes, like, because of how she gets jealous or mad very easily. She's kind of passive aggressive, or she's just straight up an abusive person. But, like, what problems would you state aside from the ones I just pointed out?
Her aggression issues. That's pretty obvious.
I mean, yeah. I would argue not as much in the anime, though. It's not very
Yeah,
obvious in
yeah,
the
definitely
anime.
not as much in the anime, but it's like she still hits him, and then he reacts like she actually did hit him, and that kind of like makes it too real.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of. I don't know. I liked I really thought that their dynamic, at least Hori, I know she's just, I feel like she's a really dominant person. Even Toru and Miyamura say at some point to that one other character who is kind of also into Hori, like that if anybody's going to be in a relationship with her, they'd have to get ready for her feistiness and everything. Like, it is kind of there that they know that she's aggressive, but yeah, I feel like it's so much more toned down here.
It's funny how she was like she's really aggressive, but she also wants to be dominated.
Yeah, I found it really funny to see like that sort of dynamic, which you just like Miyamura hit me, be mean to me, treat me like a toxic male lead, please. I think that's such a funny dynamic.
I think I like that part in this specific episode because there was like the heavy themes of his like coming to terms with his bullying,
Hmm.
and then the lightheartedness of him trying to like figure out what Hori wants.
Yeah, and let's be for real. Like if you knew someone so pure like Miyamura, it'd just be funny to see like him be
Yeah, for sure.
hot
Like
toxic bad boy.
when the kid
So,
who never curses says like some like a curse word, it's everybody's always like, "Oh my god,
oh
you
my
cursed."
god, yeah. And everybody turns to them, they're like, you talked, like. Okay. Oh my gosh, that reminds me of a time that my sister, like, this is super random, but it's funny to go on the tangent related to this. Like, one of my sisters, it was her freshman year, and she was in a class with juniors, and she was really shy. It was like, she's new to the school too, and she had nobody she knew in this class. And the chemistry teacher is like this young millennial dude who's like kind of, he's just like, he's just kind of, quirky and depressed at the same time. It's kind of funny. And like he made some comment and then I forgot what it was, but then like he made some comment about how he was just like being off task. And then by talking to the juniors because he feels like he could relate to them. So he's just like talking with them. And my sister's like, "Can we get back to like the lesson?" And he's like, "Oh, okay. I didn't know you'd like respond that way. I thought you liked me as a teacher." And she's like, "No, I've hated you since the beginning of the year." And
Oh my
everybody just
god.
he even was like, "I like your sister better than you now." So, and I wasn't a
Oh
good student,
no.
okay? So I'm like, this is heck of funny. Yeah. So it's always the quiet ones or the pure ones when they act differently. I feel like even in general, that's just like a funny thing to see the dynamic change. Like when you have somebody really aggressive, all of a sudden act really wholesome or pure too.
Hmm.
I guess that's why people like tsunderes, huh?
Sometimes cinders when go to are too cinder, and it's like, get a grip.
Get a grip, please. Stop being super aggressive or super one way with this. I feel like it's hoary in some ways.
Hmm. But we don't really see Hori's like inner thought and monologue as much as we do with Miyamura's, which I wish they would do. I want to know like more about Hori, or like just what
Yeah.
her thoughts are, right?
I definitely agree. I feel like I guess that's what makes it a shonen. Hmm.
Oh,
Some tea to
but
say there, but
I guess that's why it appeals to like a lot of guys, right?
yeah.
Since like most of the people I see like praising Miyamura are like old guys.
Yeah. Literally so true. It is mainly the male audience liking Horimiya. And like, yeah, I guess uh it's challenging because it's like it is nice to see it's coming from his perspective, but I really love to see like this is why people like what you said, like it's easy to characterize Hori as this abusive or annoying or like too over dominating person when it's like we don't even know what she's thinking.
Exactly. Like I remember in the manga, they had like they showed more of her thoughts, and then when it like kind of went down like the slice of her life route, you just kind of lost like what Hori was thinking.
Yeah.
And it was kind of, and she just became like what she is,
Hmm.
which is no thoughts, just hit.
No thoughts, just hit. That's great. Yeah. I also like how it was so funny that whole comparison in when like the other boys saw Hori at like the convenience store. They were like,
Oh my god, that was so funny.
that scene was so
They were like,
great.
"Oh, we're picking up the trash.
We're picking up the
We're
trash.
good citizens."
Yeah. no, don't mind us. And then like the comparison that then they see Miyamura be like abusive because he's not actually, he's just doing it because Hori wants that. And then like they're like, oh my god, Miyamura's changed into a really mean person too. He's even worse than Hori.
I love the little gaming references where it's like
Uh,
he has max defense.
yeah. I love it.
Yeah, but this was definitely my favorite episode out of everything. Like I felt it was like properly paced, the comedy was there. The story was also there. Yeah. I kind of
Yeah.
felt bad for Tanihara, but it's like in dreams.
I know his dreams are a little bit like, oh, okay, that's a little bit scarring.
I got like very strong BL vibes from him.
You know, that's a funny thing too. I was like, wait, are we going to BL route all of a sudden? Like, I don't remember much of the
Hori didn't
manga
have to worry
either.
about that other girl. She had to worry about Tanihara.
Oh my god. Dude, yeah,
The
I don't
neighbor girl.
know.
I forgot her name. I'm surprised they included the arc about the neighbor too.
The neighbor who?
The Miyamura's neighbor, the young girl, the one that looks like him but has black, the
I mean, she's not
younger.
jealous of him. I mean, sorry, she's not jealous of her.
No, Hori got jealous of her at some point, right?
I don't think so because not in the anime. Because that girl likes Hori.
Oh, okay. I guess they didn't go too much into it, but I remember Hori got jealous of her. I just kind of skipped through that episode.
Yeah,
That's on me. Sorry, anyone watching. I'll talk about the anime now. I promise.
it's all good. All right, I feel like
um,
is there anything else we want to talk about and relate to episode 9 before we talk about maybe possible recommendations?
I think we can talk about like the symbolism of Tanihara's dreams,
Yeah, we can talk about that a bit more.
like what they mean. That yeah. Do you want to go on?
Sure. I guess like um with the symbolism. Wait, we're talking about that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Making sure. I was like, wait, are we supposed to move on or not? Anyways, I'm a mess. So like I thought when I first saw the scene, because like there were two sequences in which it happened, like there was literally the dream and then there was like a flashback to the dream. And the way I saw it, I was like, oh, he's kind of like the bunnies actually wanting to have Miyamura's attention, but really you realize no, he actually killed the bunnies and like and put and scapegoated all the like blame onto Miyamura to the rest of the class. I feel like that dream, even though that symbolism may not hold true that he's the bunnies, I still feel like he desperately wants the attention of Miyamura actually.
Strong DL vibes, like I mentioned before.
Yes. Yes.
Like, why is he still thinking about Miyamura? Like, what year are they? They're like in the second, third year of high school, and
Oh
this all
yeah.
happened in middle school. Rent free. Miyamura's living in Tanihara's head rent free.
I mean, it in that way it really does give off BL vibes, huh?
Yeah, but I guess that makes Tanihara more human since he's feeling guilt, right?
Yeah. That's the thing.
Instead of just being like, since like I think it's a good thing if you're like a bully, like you have a better chance of redemption if you're actually feeling guilty and wanting to make amends.
Yeah. And even the way like Miyamura ended off that episode was like, you can still be like there's no person in this world who you can't be friends with in some way. Was like even if it's
Watch
very hard.
Miyamura put poison in the cakes just stick it back at for the rabbits.
God no. I don't think
That's definitely not gonna happen. But what if? What if?
Miyamura turning really toxic bad boy.
This is all Hori wanted. Him to go to prison.
Dude, this is super random, but like do you remember when Kyosuke was giving Kyosuke was giving Miyamura advice like
Oh yeah.
in the bathtub and I'm like
Yeah. So in the manga, they didn't use a condom.
I
And like a big and that's did you see the whole scene where like
mhm.
where the little brother's like don't take away Hori from me, right? He's actually in the manga. He actually holds up a
Oh,
condom wrap, and he's like,
yikes.
"What is this?" And then like then that entire scene of like, "Oh, are you gonna take my
Mhm.
sister away from me?" Like that's a
Yeah, I
boy after
honestly did
that.
not pay attention to that part of the manga.
But they never showed anything past that. That's like the most they ever did.
Yep.
And then everything
That's
went down the slice of life of hell route.
Slice of hell, if you were gonna really say it though.
The never-ending slice of life. Yeah, I think the last chapter was coming out.
Yeah.
It's coming out soon. I can't believe everything's ending. Horimiya, that started in my like 8th, 9th grade, and so is Attack
Oh
on
my
Titan. That
gosh,
also started when I was in
we
8th,
don't need
9th
to get into
grade.
this episode. Oh my gosh, this one Twitter user, CDogVA, like they're a YouTuber. Oh my gosh, I love them. I love his videos in general, and he made a tweet about like how he'd rather have somebody leak his pin than like leak the spoilers of Attack on Titan on Twitter, and I felt that.
Yo, I accidentally clicked on the on chapter
Dude.
138 of the recent spoilers that
Dude,
came
it's
out,
not
and I have
good
so many
because like,
regrets.
it's terrible to get spoiled on it.
No, I don't hate why it happened. Like I don't hate like that plot.
Yeah, no,
point,
I get that too. Same
I
here.
just
I
wish
wish I
didn't read
didn't
it.
see it either on my Twitter feed, like everywhere. Like,
I feel so bad for Isayama because like he didn't want like I'm sure he
yeah,
didn't want this
yeah.
leaked at
Now
all.
we're gonna get.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And he's not getting
Yeah.
paid for leaks
He's not.
either.
I mean, I think Japan's cracking down on piracy laws. Apparently.
Don't pirate manga, kids.
Anyways, we can we can move on to talking about series recommendations, I think. So like, I feel like a lot of people love this, but I would argue that there are better substitutes to Horimiya's anime at least. And arguably it's manga too. But like there are better substitutes to this that people have not recognized enough of. So let's get into that.
So there's like a couple that are already animes out there.
Mhm.
Wotakoi, it's pretty popular and it's really good. The comedy is
I
also
definitely
pretty
agree. Wotakoi is
strong.
like a bit more popular, I would say, but it's still good. And it also, the reason why I recommend it to Horimiya viewers, especially given the most of the commentary I've seen around Horimiya, is that they established the relationship very immediately. And similarly, like that's the thing with Wotakoi. It seems it's pretty immediate that things are established.
They also have like a friend group, which is like like one of the parts of Horimiya.
Yeah.
There's like everybody. It's like a group of friends. And you see them going through what they're going through. And you see that in Wotakoi as well.
Yeah, and I would argue Wotakoi is like, it's kind of unique because it's adults instead, and it's kind of fun because of that too. And they're also otakus, so hey. So.
Relatable.
Yeah. Let's talk about the other ones too.
Let's talk about the ones that are animes right now and then go into the manga.
Okay. Okay, cool.
So next one is Gekken Shoujo Nozaki-kun, which is one of my I think it's easily one of my favorite animes ever. It's so funny. You have like the strong group vibes. I'd say the comedy is really like top tier.
Yes, the comedy is where it's at. If you're into Horimiya because of the comedy, I would argue that Gekkan Shoujo Nozaki-kun tops it. It's so great. I found myself dying of laughter every time I was watching it, and even when I rewatch some of the episodes, because that's just how much I love it. I sometimes rewatch it, like just an episode randomly, and I'm still like dying of laughter. It's great. It's timeless.
There is a romance aspect, but you don't really see it.
Yeah, I would
so
argue.
If you want a conclusion, don't watch this.
Don't watch it for the romance. That's the thing. I would not watch it for that. But if you want group vibes, like a whole group of people, and just funny stuff between the whole group of people, if you're into like the whole high school group of friends thing, this is it.
100% Gekken Shoujo.
Wow.
I think Nichiro Days also has an anime.
I think it does, but I don't think it finished the romance. So if you're interested in that, check out the manga instead. Because like, I didn't watch the anime, I read the manga only, so I have no idea what happened in the anime, so I won't give a recommendation based on that. But I will say, like, if you're interested in reading the manga, it's worth it. And I think the anime, like, it's not bad, it just doesn't cover as much, and it stays faithful, at least from what I've heard. But it only covers so much. It can't cover the whole manga. So like, come with that in mind if you're gonna watch that one. But similar thing with the group of friends. And the thing is, it's actually from the guy's perspective. Like if you like Horimiya because of Miyamura's perspective, imagine having a bunch of guys now and like having all these other relationships build. It's good.
Another one where it's like a guy's perspective is Kawaii Hito. If you like that depressed male lead finding love for
Oh,
that
dude, it's so
Kawaii Hiro
cute.
is definitely like that. He's the male lead is kind of like a scary guy, and then he ends up with like this really cute girl. They get together in the first chapter. It's really cute. It's just them building on their relationship. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Yeah, it's just really wholesome, man. Like, I feel like,
There's no drama either. It's just like them
yeah.
together.
Given that we are recommending Kawaii Hito, that's a manga, by the way, just for our viewers to know. Another thing I'm wondering, would we recommend Ore Monogatari? Like the one that's the...
Oh yes, yes. Oramadogaga is so funny.
It is! Like, I haven't watched all of it, though, but I know the anime, there are 24 episodes to it, so I might check it out soon. But I do know, like,
You should
the
watch it. I
anime.
watched it. I thought it was pretty good. I'll add
Ooh,
it to
okay.
here. Another recommendation is Ouran High School, like obviously a timeless classic, strong group vibes. In the
Yes.
manga, they actually do like the relationships do like have a conclusion.
Okay, makes
But
sense.
if you want like strong group vibes, Ouran High School is like obviously a timeless classic.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Yeah, Ore High School Host Club, 10 out of 10. Great. It's so funny. I feel like the other series we also thought about are more like similar to or to having a group vibe, but also just being more manga based. If you're looking for other manga that have better pacing, like Horimiya, where relationships are established very easily and then they like explore that, joseis are a better genre for that, I would argue, than shoujo.
I found like that mature adult like straightforward romance. You
Yeah,
see that more often in josei compared to shoujo.
hmm definitely.
Like Wotakoi is a josei. I'm pretty sure Kawaii Hito is also a josei.
I think, yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah. Um, Obviously Oranhai is a shoujo, same with or a monogatari. Bleh, monogatari.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not Japanese.
It's okay, we're not. Yeah, that was a good one
uh,
too. Um, I feel like another good one that these other recommendations aren't very shoujo based. Okay, minus okay. There is this one manga that I see that really reminds me of Horimiya in the funny comedy group vibes again, but is again more shoujo. But it doesn't establish a relationship early on, so if you're not into that, then whatever. But like it's Heartbreak Club by Nikki Asada. She's recently making this other manga, The Prince's Romance Gambit, I think is what it's called. Um, this manga came out before then, but it's like really funny and like similar to Gekon Shoujo Nozaki-kun in some ways. Not as funny, but still like you have a whole group of people and you're into the dynamic that they have, and you get some of the seriousness of these other all of their relationships developing, kind of like similar to Yuki and Sakura or Remy and Sengoku, those sort of things happening more often.
it's also in the female lead's perspective.
Yeah, but hey, a female lead perspective is one that is needed in some of these, right? I mean, we don't
Mm-hmm.
know what Hori is feeling. We don't know how to characterize her then.
Mm-hmm. I'll just think of her as an abusive girl. She's not voicing her thoughts.
Yeah, that's the issue with this.
I would like to recommend Musu Telepathy. It's really funny. It's also like has strong group vibes, and the comedy is really good. It's a web comic. It's a pretty quick read, but there's like a lot of chapters, so just and it's completed. Um, it's I'll just say the premise. It's so funny. So this girl, she can read minds, right?
Hmm.
AKA the telepathy part.
Yeah.
And she's very unpopular. She's gloomy. She doesn't like she's has like some trauma because of her mind reading. And so
Oh, I know this one.
there's
Keep
this
going.
guy there's this popular kid in her class who has a crush on her, and this popular guy also happens to be thinking very etchy, lewd thoughts about him and her.
Yikes.
I would recommend this if you like the group vibes and comedy bit. Um, I think is that real life.
Yes, real life. What a good one. That was
It's
a
really good.
yeah. If you're looking again for a high school wholesome like development, it's awesome.
It's like one of the few webtoons I know that got like an anime
Hmm.
adaptation.
Yeah.
Real Life, Noblesse. Those are like I can't think of any other that have like an anime adaptation. Do you know any?
well, okay, they're more recent, but like at the time Real Life came out, that was like one of the first.
Yeah.
And also like webtoon, Real Life is an interesting one because it's a Japanese webtoon actually. Like these other ones that are getting
Mm.
adapted are like Korean webtoons.
Yeah, Noblesse is Korean.
Yeah. Wait, no blood. It is Korean?
Yeah, it's a Korean webtoon.
Yeah.
It's so
Tower of
funny.
God is also Korean,
Korean.
and so is God of High School. And those are the most recent,
Hmm.
like, hyped ones.
It's nice seeing webtoon. I guess it's easier for the animators then they don't have to like think about character design since it's already like right there in front of them.
Hmm.
Can't I don't think we have any other recommendations. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys for joining us into the Shoujoverse. I'm your host, Shochan again, and with me we have Samosa. Um,
Hello
so
and goodbye.
goodbye. But check out our Twitter. Okay, we're
Into the
at
shoujo. No, it's
the
at
Shoujoverse.
the
At the
shoujoverse.
Shoujoverse. That's where we're at. You should follow us there, and please do check out our TikTok as well. That one's at Into the Shoujoverse, I believe.
It's just Shoujoverse. Our Instagram is just at Shoujoverse. Our TikTok is just at Shoujoverse. And you can find our card.co with all our links. It's shoujoverse.card.co.
Wow. Okay, we really changed. Clearly, I had no idea because I thought we were into the Shoujoverse for some reason.
No.
We love that, y'all. Okay, your own
The title
person.
is Into the Shoujoverse. It's just cut for the website is just cut down.
Yeah. Yeah, but do check us out, please. And yeah. Um,
We hope to see you soon.
yeah, thank you so much. Hope you
And
please.
goodbye.
Yeah, I was just gonna
Please
say,
listen to us.
yes, please listen to us. Keep up with Horimiya. It's awesome, I guess. And keep up with our thoughts with it instead.
Mhm.
All right, take care. Thank you so much for joining us.
Bye.
See you at the Shoujoverse.